We live in here. We
All
live.
right. Let me
Hold
start my
on.
shit.
Now hold on.
Yep, starting
Three,
my shit.
Don't
two,
start y'all stuff up.
four.
Run it up. Are we doing our little intros?
We live, dude.
We live. I mean, we doing it.
Live.
I throw my intros in
Oh yeah, you do
same.
yours after.
post call.
Nah, I might do that. I don't know. I found it kind of
Okay,
intriguing to just start and you hear us having a conversation in the background.
I'm with it to do an intro. If you want to do an intro first, and then I'll do an intro after.
My intro
Facts.
won't really
Just
work
introduce myself.
because I'm not solo. So
Well, you do this. You'd be like, when I with Foxborough, I'd be like, yo, blah blah blah. Ken Dog, I'm here to or Kenny Dots. We're here to talk about the fucking review. I'm
Oh
with my
man.
boy Apollo. Say hi Apollo, blah blah blah. Say hi Foxboy, blah blah blah. And then we
What
get into it.
up? Yo, let's go ahead. We run down introductions. I need no introduction. I'm your man Apollo, savagery at his finest. I'm not rolling solo. Y'all go ahead, introduce yourselves in here, please. Who want to go first? I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors.
Kenny, you got it.
All right. All right. What's up? Today I'm your co-host, Kenny Dots.
The Dot Master. As I
Do I need
Oh,
anything?
yeah.
And then
You already know it's your boy Foxy, aka. Yeah, I thought you was done. I was like, all right, he said his shit.
Yo,
You know, I got a whole rant.
right?
Don't worry.
Yo,
Hey,
this
we're
is
totally professionals. We do this.
completely. We're not, but
Right.
it's all right.
Madden 20 run. Fuck it. Madden 21 group review. How
Group
we looking?
review, discussion, whatever you want to call it. Because I know one thing, I'm about to trash this goddamn game. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, where you guys
goddamn.
want to start? If you want to start off face of franchise?
Yes.
I'm
Just
gonna be
start
devil's
there.
advocate.
Hold on. Who want to go first? Because I know I got some shit to say.
Talk to
I
him
ain't
about
even
the.
played that shit.
Okay, let me. First of all, they say there's not. Here's the exploit in the face of the franchise. Okay, it's already on rookie. All right, that's ass enough. All you gotta do is throw goddamn hail marys all day. You will run the score up, but it don't fucking matter. The story's gonna be, it's not gonna change either way. What gets me, man, and like I said before we start, this is the thing that gets me. You pick a scrambling quarterback, scrambling, and you get no scrambling traits. But if you do get escape artists, when you get to the NFL, you lose that shit. It's gone. Fucking gone. It makes no sense.
See,
Oh,
personally,
can
I
you lose
chose.
that shit?
You lose it. It's gone. It makes no sense.
What?
Yes.
That's cheeks.
I went, like I said, I went through Face of Franchise 3 times.
3 fucking times.
Three
You
times.
dedicated.
I wanted to see because I got drafted, right? I went through the first time. I was like, bet. I checked my ratings. My scrambling rating was a 66. I said, first of all, that's wrong. I'm Lamar Jackson builder. All right, whatever. What's my speed? 65. I ran a 4.46. Show me one person who runs a 4.46. Tom Brady speed. What is his speed
Well,
on?
that's one in size runs a 4.46.
We ran Rich Eisen's 40 times to get a 65 speed. Get out of here, man. Ain't nobody with 65 speed. That's a
And
damn
the fact that there was no skill to the 40-yard dash,
no skill at all. So
it
fucking
doesn't matter
quick
how
time event?
fast you
yeah,
press the
quick time
button.
event. It's a quick time event. They could at least gave us like in Madden '08 where you had the triggers and you had to like going
That's
back
what I
and forth.
thought.
That's what yeah. Or we could have just like tapped some buttons or something like in the
Something to
PS2
make
ones.
it
Just
a
nothing,
skill
bro.
gap so that there was a chance, okay, if I did this really good, I could get a 4.4 or a 4.3.
There.
Not okay, no matter how fast I could press it in 1 second or I could press it in 5 seconds. As long as I hit the button, I'm running a 4.46.
Thank you. It was ridiculous. It pissed me off. So I went through a second time. And because the first time I didn't stay for the senior season, I wanted to see where I got drafted. I got drafted 10th overall to the Chicago Bears. All right, cool. 65 speed, it's not gonna cut it though. And you can only equip one trait because the other trait, the inside dead eye, you have to unlock somehow through face of the franchise or through the yard. Spoiler alert, I can't play the yard yet, so fuck, I'm gonna do that shit. So I went through the second time, stayed for my senior year, switched to receiver, switched to the Tyreek Hill build, got my speed up, entered the draft as a quarterback, 65 speed.
Oh, that's rough.
It don't make sense. Like, are they gonna patch that? And if they do patch it, do we have to start over again? Like I don't.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
trash.
I really don't like how they did face a franchise in terms of there's no skill, there's no
At all.
difficulty. You start out on rookie. I mean, once you get to the NFL, it's like, what's the point? What's the point?
And you don't even like play out like each week. Like
Yeah, it's like a flashback
it's like a
story
flashback
that they
story
don't
thing.
even explain. Like they don't
Yeah.
make it obvious that's a flashback. It's very confusing the way they did it.
Started your rookie game, your first game, you play it. Okay, boom, shakalaka. Then they send you all the way to week 11, and then they make it seem like you got to fight for the playoff spot, but you're 10-0, and you got to
On
play
the
the pack
Bears,
on the Bears. Then you got to play the Packers. So it's like, okay, then you got to beat the Packers, and I don't know where it goes after that because I've seen no one past that point. That's as far as I've got.
so after you beat the Packers, you go to the divisional playoffs versus the Falcons.
The Falcons. Okay.
Yeah.
If you
He's so fucking offended.
And that's where
Motherfuckers, God damn.
no
The
offense.
Falcons ain't that ass, bro. God, bro. Shit.
I'm
Man,
sorry.
God damn. I'm not even a
Hold
Falcons
up.
fan.
Hold up. Sorry.
The fucking Falcons. God damn.
What kind
no,
of look, Maddie?
Damn.
Matt,
Julio can't get a shot, bro.
yo, give me 1 second. I'm about to look up. I want to see these post game stats from my fucking vid the other day. Because
yeah.
I think Matty Ice literally went like
Did he go
I
off?
think he missed like 3 passes the entire.
Oh my goodness.
I hate that.
I mean, when you got Julio, Calvin Ridley, and Todd Gurley to throw to. I mean, I don't know. Shit. Can you guard that? But after how much you want to bet after your rookie year? I think. Let me see if anybody's going past it because I got YouTube right up in front of me right now. I'm gonna see if anybody's gotten past that
Facts.
point because they got those different storylines. They got the one where like you get hurt or some shit. Like,
Oh,
after,
yeah.
after our rookie season, are they going to skip us to like year 5? I don't want to do that shit. Like
Facts.
that's stupid. And then are we going to skip like to year 15 and retire and talk to our that annoying ass interviewer who was our only friend in high school? Like, come on, bro. And then like, okay, and back to what I was saying. I went through a third time. The first 2 times I chose Lamar Jackson's build. The third time I chose Russell Wilson's build. Made sure I got escape artist. I tried using it in the game. He moves quick behind the line of scrimmage. As soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage, turns into a
That
damn
nigga's
turtle.
slow.
Slow as hell. Nigga turns into a turtle. I said, this shit gotta stop. But I went through all the way, went to the 40, ran the same time, 4.46, 65 speed. Lost escape artist. Don't make no sense.
Not at all.
Not at
That's
all.
right.
Yeah, I was kind of confused because I was like, are they going to give us abilities in high school / college? And that's all they did. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool and all, but I still didn't play it because like what I was saying before we started is like my biggest turn off with that is like there's no stats. So you really don't get anything out of playing high school and college because the stats that you get don't influence anything. And like I especially remember last year, y'all gonna have to tell me because I haven't played it. But last year I remember that I was playing Face of the Franchise and I was throwing plays and I was running and they never even showed the stats. Like you know how
No,
you'll
they
throw
didn't.
like a 20-yard pass and then
Yeah.
it'll pop up like you had your 20 for 30 for the game. It didn't even do that. And I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what am I doing this for? Like, I can just. It's like, why am I trying to get like a certain amount of yards to like help my case when it's based on whether you win or lose? Like, I remember I posted that Face of the Franchise video last year. I remember championship game. I dropped 40 points. I scored 4 touchdowns and I lost in the last second. And then they were like, oh, he had a horrible game. You know, I don't know if he's even a 4th round pick. I was like, I did better than the opposing quarterback. What do you mean?
And that's the same thing in this mode this year. You can kill it in that one game. Tommy, what's his name? Tommy come up to talking shit to you. Talking about
Matthews.
talking about wash your dishes, motherfucker. Like get out of my face. and then coach coming there like coach is like, if you go to the draft, you like a 3rd round pick at best. Coach, I just won your national title. What you mean I'm a 3rd round pick? I just killed it. I can drop 100 points. I dropped 100
Which
points.
y'all did.
Which I did. 100 points. It don't mean a damn thing. Coach gonna look you dead in your eye. You like a son to me. You're gonna go to the 3rd round. Like motherfucker.
I just looked too. In my game, Matt Ryan ended up going 23 for 30, 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Did y'all win?
That's
No, we got our fucking cheeks tapped. I forget my exact how many passes I threw, but I went 68.7% completion, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those are the only 2 touchdowns we fucking scored.
That's
yeah, you ain't had no support. No
support.
Guys.
That's tough.
Yeah,
and you
the fact that I think it's on some scripted when
it is.
They tell you, oh, who's your most influential player on this team? You pick them, and then you got to that, Apollo, right?
Yeah, I got to that. I wound up picking Robinson, the receiver.
Yeah. Now you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the playoffs. Whoever you picked is out.
Are you, man?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And let me guess. Hold on. And let me guess. Jimmy Graham is mad at us because we picked the other guy. Probably with some bullshit, or he's like he can't get open or something. I bet.
I don't understand why they do that. They're like, all right, who do you like most on this team? All right, you can't use them for the playoffs. Like, what? How does that make any sense?
Not make any sense
at all.
Like adversity type shit.
Exactly.
Like, okay, this is gonna be a challenge. But I mean,
and not only that, but when you load into the game, they throw hella things at you for adversity. They give the Falcons.
Oh, I saw that. No.
10 man coverage.
Yeah, I saw that when I played Green Bay because I guess they took it as we were talking shit, right? They gave them like +10 and like play awareness and shit. Boy, yeah. Jair Alexander was not having it on his side. Nothing.
Oh hell no.
Nothing, bro.
And it's for the whole team gets player awareness, not just one player.
Yes. And then your line turns into like a high school line trying to block NFL players. You ain't got no time. Oh, by the way, you can't fucking scramble because you got slow as Tom Brady. So what the hell are we supposed to do? I was so mad.
I can't defend that, especially if I haven't played it. I didn't even see the point. I looked at Face of the Franchise. I was like, yeah, that's cool. They added more stuff to it. But I was like, it's not worth my 10-hour trial. Like, I don't even want to waste a minute on it. I don't give a damn.
Feel that. That's why I played on PC.
I feel like I did waste my 10-hour trial on that, which I should have. But I mean, I couldn't do nothing else because the yard wasn't working for me. Shit.
Now, speaking of wasting the trial, we try to load onto the yard. Glitched. Over
and over again. Like, is it shut down right now? I'm seeing all these. It's a video right here in front of my face.
Kenny tried it out, and then it worked when my roommate tried to play it.
Me and Apollo tried it, and it was not for either of us. Like, we couldn't fucking log in. We couldn't, and like, we would invite each other, and then we wouldn't be able to see like one of the players. And then if one of us backed out,
invited me, but it still worked.
Well, the best part was if one of us backed out, it would freeze the other person's game. Like, whoever got the invite their whole game would get frozen, and they'd have to reload it.
Damn.
That shit was tough. So we had to go play Superstar KO, which is cheese in itself. Now, anybody else got anything to say about Face of Franchise and that ass before we move on?
Yeah, Face of Franchise, they need to fix it. They need to increase the difficulty.
No, you can
make it so.
No, you can. I went to the settings, I found them, and I turned them up, right?
No, I'm saying for the intro sequence.
Oh, for the intro sequence? Yeah.
So you're not dropping 200 points on that's not fun, man.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way. I mean, I know some people in high school are way better than another team, but 100 points, 105 to 7, no.
Exactly.
Hell no.
It's just a little OD. And then the fact that there's no skill with the combine. I mean, I went 9 for 10, ran a 4.46, and I still get drafted to the Bears.
Not even that. They don't honor the archetype that you pick for quarterback.
They don't honor your arc, you know what I mean?
At all.
I'm a Tom Brady archetype. Tom Brady. Tell me why my deep throw was about 10 points higher than my short. I started out with like a 76 short accuracy and like an 86 deep.
Oh man.
That is the complete opposite of Tom Brady.
This is ridiculous.
So they definitely need to they need to tweak the archetypes, make it a little bit more realistic.
Got to. This I don't know. I mean, do y'all think they're going to tweak that for next gen whenever that comes out?
Hoping for a day one patch.
Hold on. Do we even?
Yeah, there normally is always a day one patch.
Yeah.
I mean, are we even going to get this mode in next gen? Is what I want to know. Because we've seen nothing about next gen like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
I'm imagine it's just a copy and paste with a slight graphical tuning.
Big facts.
I mean,
But
they got to give something extra for next gen. If not, why buy it? Why not
real
just keep
quick,
the shit?
let's touch on the Superstar KO.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. That trash.
So Superstar KO, it's kind of like a copy and paste from last year. You get the default teams. Snappers are still balanced. There's Dot City, a couple others.
I didn't even play it last year, so you had to.
So they like didn't
Yeah.
have no like spin on it at all.
Nope, it's literally a copy and paste.
Oh man.
On their own website, I'll put up a screenshot right now. They even say they're gonna add a new feature to Superstar KO. I didn't see a single new feature. Still tug of war. Still the same, if you score, whatever, then you go for 2.
Yeah.
Still the same exact system. Still rare players, rare purple or fuck it. Blue, purple,
Yeah.
legendary. Still the same rarities. But the thing is, now it's completely broken.
Oh, broken is an understatement. That's
We played
yes.
we played 5 games. 5 games. And out of those 5 games, about 2 of them were actually like decently playable. Because what happens now is there's a glitch where whoever's the quarterback, as soon as they hike the ball,
He's gone.
they get taken out the play.
Mhm.
The person who you're playing with gets switched to the quarterback. They now control the quarterback.
Unknowingly.
And annoyingly, and you're done. It's a wrap. You're facing 2 users. It's not fun. I don't understand how a game gets released like that. Who play tested it?
Big facts. But like I feel like that's they fucked that up with the yard. Cause you remember how we played the yard? And then sometimes I'd pitch it to your player that you drafted, and then all of a sudden you're playing quarterback and I'm not. So I feel like they had that programmed, and then all of a sudden, like you snap the ball, and then it's like, oh shit, we don't know who's quarterback anymore. And then they're like, well, you didn't draft the receiver, so you're not just gonna play at all. Fuck it, you go block. And then Apollo has to take over the team. And it's just like I feel like that's like the messed up in the programming. They probably fucked it up.
Yeah,
programming
that
the
makes
yard
a lot
in
of sense,
Superstar
to be
KO.
honest.
But talking about the yard, y'all played the old NFL Street games, right?
I actually am. I'm about to make an NFL Street series.
First,
I thought about doing that. I wish we could play online. That would be dope. Now I haven't played the yard online. How comparable is this shit to the old NFL Street games?
I would say about 20%.
Damn, that's it. Because they were dope. The old NFL Street games.
There's no modifier at all in the old NFL Street games. You pressed left bumper to get your modifier. Your super special catches where your dude would jump off walls. All that. There's none of that. There was even a point where I think there's a mechanic in the game where you can tip the ball.
Yeah,
I did it by accident.
He did it by accident, and it's a completely scripted tip where this ball, he smacked it 50 feet up in the air. It flew 20 yards down the field, right into the arms of a defender, and he ran the opposite way with it. I don't understand how that happens. And they get 2 points.
Apollo. So because it's set up to where you hold the left trigger while you're going for the catch, and then you press the button of who you want to tip the ball to. So I saw the pass coming, and I was like, okay, I need to strafe, box this guy out, and then go for the aggressive catch. So when I did that, I ended up, the guy was already jumping for the pass. So I'm thinking I'm strafing the whole time. I'm getting ready to bat this pass. So I press Y to go for the aggressive catch, and there wasn't a Y on the screen. So he just smacks the ball back to the quarterback. And then Kenny's like, he threw the pass. So he's like, probably not even touching his controller. His quarterback moves out the way. Defender catches it like a fucking punt, and then just turns around and sprints the other way and gets free 2 points.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's fucking wonderful. I was like,
it
not how I expected it to go.
Now, when it comes to like the microtransactions for the cosmetics, do y'all agree with that? Or would y'all rather we unlock it through playing?
I like the way it is.
I like it the way it is. I like it where you have to grind. If you want a good player, you're gonna have to put in the time.
Okay,
I don't want this to be another mutt game mode where
hate that pay to win.
exactly. If someone
Facts.
got a rich ass mommy and daddy and they don't want to put in the time, they can just spend $100 and get a juice player. That's not the way this game play.
Should not be like that at
Yeah.
all. No, I agree with that like 100%.
I really do like the fact that they carried over everything from Madden Mobile though. Like they let you grind on Madden Mobile a little bit, all your cred, all your rep, all your items carried over. That was a very consumer friendly.
Is that
Hey,
how?
Joe's
yeah.
in here.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's
Hey,
up,
what's
man?
up, Joe?
Welcome. Hey,
We're in the middle of talking about the yard.
Hey, I told you. Hey, before we keep continuing about the, hey, Joe, you got anything to say about face of the franchise, real quick?
Yeah, it's
They just spent 5 minutes wrecking that shit, bro.
Yo, yeah, let's just
We're gonna
throw
wreck.
it at the end.
We're gonna wreck that shit some more. What you mean?
Yeah,
Oh my
let's hear his opinion real quick.
That shit.
I don't know how far you guys got in or not, but I scored
got
119 points on one of my high school games.
I saw that, and I upped you. I did it twice. I did 100 points in 2 games in a row. I one upped you on that. I
You
I
scored
even mentioned it.
102 games in a row.
Yeah, I did. I scored 105 exactly in 2 games in a row.
I got close to that. The other ones, there were a couple of college games too. I was in the 90s, so there needs to be a way to change the difficulty. That's the big issue.
Were you just like throwing fades the whole time? Because that's all I was doing.
Yeah, I was
Hail
running.
Mary.
I was running 4 verts, and I was after like the second half. I was just like, "Fuck it, let's see how many points I can score."
Exactly. I kept running stick and nod because I would react to whatever the safety was doing. If he covered the middle, I throw it deep. If he went over to one of the receivers, then I would throw it to the tight end on the stick and nod or the slot. Because it's like the game, they just can't adjust properly. But
Right.
there's no football logic in here at all.
Well, because it's on rookie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's literally
and
on rookie.
that's
and
what
you
we were
can't
saying.
change
They
it.
need.
Oh
They
no,
need
you
to
can do it
change
when you can do it when you raise the difficulty too. It's when you try to play real football, like I did. I was telling the kid earlier, I raised the difficulty and I was playing the Packers, and I had a play. I had Jimmy Graham going on an out route, and I had Robinson in the slot, and he ran a slant. The linebacker took Jimmy. As soon as I threw the slant, he glitched over like 5 yards and literally knocked the ball down. He like Michael Jackson his ass, moonwalked the fuck over there and knocked the ball down. I was like, you just can't win. How far are you in yours?
I played the first NFL game, and then my trial ran out because I played a bunch in the yard. But the thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you go and change the difficulty for once you get to the NFL, I put it on all Madden so it actually would be
same.
worth
I
playing.
did. Yeah, I did too.
Go check the in-game settings, the difficulty, because I went and checked and it was still on rookie in the game.
Oh my.
Like in franchise
damn.
mode, it says all Madden, but if you're still in that first season, it's still on rookie. I don't know if they fixed that or not, but they need to fix that. That's for
Mine did not. Once I switched it to all Madden, it did not play like rookie anymore. I was telling them earlier. I actually got because I'm on PC, so I don't have a restriction when it comes to trial. So I'm all the way. I actually played my divisional. Like once you get to beat the Packers, you go to the playoffs, whatever. I played my divisional game, and it felt like the most scripted, like most cheese, like complete, like put your back up against the wall, bend you over, you're not winning this game type. It was absolutely insane.
Bohica.
I mean, if y'all saw my rant this morning, I don't know if you peeped
Yeah, I will go laugh. I saw that shit.
So
I was like, God damn, he going through it.
yeah.
But hold on, do y'all remember my rant a couple of days ago when I was talking about the fumbling?
I don't think I peeped.
Okay, so this is what happened. I played the preseason game in our franchise, right, with the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, that one.
I threw a pass to Greg Olson, and he got like the little conservative tackle. They just normal tackle you. They did that, and the dickhead fumbled, and I was like, okay, did the ball hit the ground? No, he just fumbled. And then it was another play. I thought Russell Wilson got tackled. No, the lineman got pushed into him. He fell and he fumbled, and then it was a turnover. I said, "What is this? Like, who does that?"
Oh damn.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing, boys. That's the other thing. in face of franchise. I'm the Bears. So Khalil Mack,
Of course.
Roquan Smith, that other linebacker I forget. Bro, I had over at least 15 hit sticks in my NFL, through the first game,
One fumble, I bet.
when you're 10-0 and then
Yeah.
in the divisional, at least 15 hit sticks.
Nah,
I
one
didn't
fumble.
see a single fumble. Not a single fumble. People were, as soon as they broke out of tackles, I was spearing them like I was Edge, and they were just fucking holding on to the rock.
Gore. Hold on, Joe. What team you get drafted to? The Bears?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Did you guys all end up
Same,
on the Bears?
dude.
Everybody.
Yo.
No, Joe. I played.
Yes.
Hold on, Joe. Did you stay at quarterback?
No, I switched to running back too. That's
Okay.
the worst part.
What?
You don't need a running back, right?
What?
You
Yeah,
don't
because I
need a
got
running
three.
back.
They got
The
three
Bears need
cards.
everything. Oh,
Hold on.
shit.
Okay, Joe. I played through this mode 3 times. I went through this mode 3 times. The first time is what's being recorded and put on the channel, right? So the
Right.
first time I get drafted by the Bears out of my junior year, 10th overall. Cool. I'm Lamar Jackson Bill, right? I want you to take a guess at what my speed is. Take a
Well,
guess.
I saw you said it was 69 in the chat, which is
It's 65.
oh.
Who do you know runs a full 4.6 and 65? So I said, okay, cool. Let me go through it again. This is why I wasted all my trial on. I went through it a second time. I switched to receiver. Took the Tyreek Hill build. Went to the draft as a quarterback. 65 speed again. No logic. Whatever. You go from Tyreek Hill to Tom Brady. Cool. Whatever. So I go through a third time. I do Russell Wilson build. I get escape artists in high school and college. Get to the NFL. I lose escape artists. My speed's at 65.
The fuck?
Oh, Joe, I don't know if you saw mine. I went complete dot city build. Oh, is it motorcycle background?
Yeah, he
Fucking-
went Brady.
I went Tom Brady archetype, and then I went like pro reads for my, I forget what the like pro reads and lofting deadeye were my like things.
Pro Weez is a that shit's fire though. Sorry.
Yeah,
but-
it's fire. But yeah, just like Apollo said, whatever other superstar ability you choose. So I lost lofting deadeye as soon as I entered the NFL. It's gone. I got conductor though for some reason, and my speed a 65.
It's like,
Oh, damn.
I don't know how you guys ended up being so slow. When I switched to running back and I got drafted, I was a 95 speed.
Because you're running
I guess
back.
you're a running back though. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're QBs.
Hold on.
Right.
What build did you pick for running back? Did you pick C-Mac or Saquon?
I picked Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that
That
makes
was
sense.
probably why.
But so through it makes no sense to pick Lamar Jackson build. He's one of the fastest players in the league, and you are at 65 speed.
Right.
We couldn't at least been like an 80. I would have taken an 80. I'd take an 80, but
Right.
65, bro. We slower than pretty much every starting quarterback except maybe Tom Brady.
Yeah, if you're a 65, you got to be running like a 5-second 40.
Running
to be
with Rich Eisen ran a 5.9,
5.95.
I mean, Lamar ran a 4.34.
4.3. Like, come on, gang.
And
If you're running a 4.6, that's at least like an 85, 88-ish range.
at least.
No goddamn 65. So I can imagine if we were running a 5, we'd probably be in the 40s. Like, oh my goodness.
There's got to be some kind of a patch coming when, I mean, if you think about the early access stuff is like an added time for them to figure out all the shit that they didn't bother spending time checking and fixing.
That's the point of the beta, Joe.
Right.
Yeah,
That's why they want the beta.
Yeah.
I understand that, but we didn't have access to we didn't have access to Face of the Franchise in the Yard during the beta, so they probably wanted to see if things were going to be broken during the early access.
Okay,
So-
understand.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
they definitely weren't treating it like a beta, but it's like they better fix everything that everyone's complaining about, the glitchiness on the yard, the 3 people going out there to play against people in the yard, and then all the difficulty issues on Face of the Franchise.
Before we move on to Superstar KO, last thing about Face of Franchise. On the patch, Joe, do you think they're going to okay, let's say they do a patch, right? Day 1 patch. Do you think we'll have to go through the mode again to get that proper speed?
Oh,
that would suck.
probably.
I'm not
Both
doing
of them, yeah.
I'm not doing that shit again. If we got to do
Just
that,
like how they did with the the superstar abilities in the beginning of Madden, where they added them in, but they were like, yeah, if you want them, you have to complete a whole new franchise.
Yeah, I'm
Fact.
not doing that. Like, face of the franchise will be dead for me immediately if that's what happens.
Facts. I'm
Right.
too far in. I'm
Right.
12 hours in already.
Now, Joe, have you played any Superstar KO? Because I haven't been able to play the yard.
I have not. All I did was face of the franchise. I banged out a bunch of videos so I'd have stuff until the game actually released, and then it was most of the yard until my trial ended in the middle of playing a game online.
Well, let me say,
Ooh.
I'm glad you got to play the yard because I
Yep.
cannot have not yet.
Yeah,
It's just
Apollo's glitched.
glitches. It just glitches. It crashes, and I can't do anything. So we have to play Superstar KO, which is broken as well. I mean,
Same thing.
okay, so me and Ken are playing. He's quarterback with Lamar Jackson. I'm receiver Mike Evans. The ball snaps. Ken is gone. He's not on the field anymore. I'm Lamar Jackson, and I'm running into the tackles because I'm thinking I'm trying to run a route. Mike Evans is doing something else. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not fair. So when we adjust, Ken's back on the field. I'm back in Mike Evans. I'm running God knows where, and then he doesn't know he's on the field. So it's just like the game is broken right now.
And it would be like a 50-50 chance that
Yes.
when I hike the ball, I would either stay on the quarterback or I would get, kicked into the ether.
And I get it that this is a trial run, but
Right.
look, this thing, these days with these people releasing games and they're not the finished product is annoying. They got
Here's
to
what
stop
I'm
doing that.
We're
here's
2
what I'm
days
not
from
okay with. If you're gonna literally copy and paste the game mode, and there's no change from Madden 20 to Madden 21 and Superstar KO, it's literally a
It's
copy and
just-
paste. It should not be absolutely broken like that.
It's a snapshot.
Unplayable.
It's a snapshot of it, literally.
Snapshot build, Minecraft type.
It's
The one thing I do have with this though is you have to give them a little bit of leeway, and I know that none of us should be giving them any leeway.
not giving EA
They
nothing.
were finishing the game and putting these finishing touches during COVID when
True.
they weren't able to actually work in person. So I can understand some mistakes, but the way that I'm looking at it right now is they better freaking fix it within the first few weeks. If not, I'm completely out on the game.
They have
Yeah.
to. They have to. And what sucks is, like I was saying, like me and him were talking. We're new content creators, right? As much as we would like to go back and play the old PS2 Maddens, that's not what the streets are asking for right now. People want to see the new content. So we have to suck it up and play this trash in order to grow, which is going to be very frustrating, especially if the game is going to be broken all year.
Right.
And I have no faith in next gen. I don't know if you do, because when Madden 25 came out on this current gen, it was bare bones as game. The 360
How do you
Madden 25 is better than one.
how do you guys feel about the actual quote unquote changes they made to the game? So like
What
the
changes?
skill stick
Oh, okay.
and
See, these I can actually like sort of defend because I actually experienced a little bit of this.
Skill stick is
Play devil's advocate. This game, in my opinion, does play better than Madden 20.
it
Especially, one of my biggest issues was the user, and they actually nerfed it. I mean, I feel like I watched a little bit of a Miss stream. I mean, if you have 90 plus speed, it's basically the same as Madden 20. But Madden 20 was so bad with the users. Literally, like 2 months into the game, people literally would run engage 8 and just use in the middle. And worst case scenario, you throw an out route against their engage 8, well, they throw up a cloud flat, and all of a sudden you have nobody to throw to because you can cover 75% of the field with one guy. So I like
I
that.
agree. I do
You
agree.
actually have to be dedicated with your user. And then, yeah, this game, it just feels nice. I mean, I got to get used to the skill stick, but
it does
it's
feel
just one of
smooth.
those things where you'll eventually get to, like used to it.
Well,
And that's overall my experience.
here's my thing with the skill stick and Fox Boy. We play NCAA. Does it not feel like that Infinity Engine with the skill stick? Remember how you could chain moves together?
Almost, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
does.
when they started
Except for-
mentioning that. That's what the first thing I thought of when I saw that. I was like, they're bringing back what they used in Madden 25 and NCAA 14.
Facts. Well, the thing is, Madden 25 to this day was my favorite Madden gameplay wise. In NCAA, at least I could press B to do a goddamn spin move. Like I press B.
Yeah, you're right.
I ran straight into some fucking defender. I was like, bro, where my spin at? But then I was
Well,
like, oh, you have to
And that's the
fucking.
thing. The spin moves in Madden have
they're so
always
slow.
been just whack. Like you're not breaking nobody's ankles.
They're
The
either
defender
overpowered
always
or-
suction tackles to you as soon as you hit spin. It's a completely broken button unless you're facing like a user player. You
Exactly.
spin like 3 seconds before you engage in the tackle. You make them miss the tackle.
Like,
That's
for example,
the only thing it's good for.
like that play Lamar had last year against the Bengals with that spin. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you can't do that against the AI.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. That is that type of animation is not in the game, which is not fair because Michael Vick was doing that in the early 2000s. He was
But what
doing
I
those type
find-
of moves.
They have the animation where if you like do that, your dude like when you get hit and you spin and he kind of like stumbles forward and he goes to his knees.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
puts his hand
They
on the
never
ground.
catch yourself.
Exactly, like catch yourself. Give me an option to flick the stick and stumble recovery on that.
No.
Have you guys gotten any stumble recoveries in this game?
Nope.
No.
First of all, I
I
haven't
haven't
even
seen
broken
it.
a tackle. I have yet to break a tackle. God forbid I get a stumble recovery. I got to break a tackle first.
And then using Tariq Cohen trying to juke felt wrong. Like he's one of the most nimble small guys, and I wasn't able to outmaneuver linebackers and D linemen were catching up to me, and it didn't feel like they really ironed out the feel of a small elusive player should be able to break your ankles.
Yeah.
He just should.
And they did make a big deal about the body types handling different.
Do y'all think that has something to do with that change of direction rating that they added?
Maybe, but Tariq Cohen should have a very extremely high
Very
Good.
high,
change.
yeah.
He
The
should.
dude's like 5'7", 180.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he and Kenny saw it. He had it too. He got hawked down by a damn lineman. Tariq Cohen's one of the fastest people in the league, and he's shifty. So the fact that I can't just shift in and out and make cuts with him is a crime. I think, to be honest.
Have you guys tried out the D line mechanic?
did.
At all?
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
I have. Hold on, I have, and I use Joey Bosa just to try it.
Okay.
If you do the same moves, the lineman will block you. You will not get in the backfield. So you do have to switch it up. And those bars, they will go down. You only get and that's in that drive. So let's say you use all 4 of those bars and the offense is still in the field. Well, you're
What
gonna
are
have
those bars?
it's how many
They're-
how many moves you get. Like let's say
Oh.
yeah. So first
Okay,
down.
I was wondering what that. I thought
Yeah.
that was like my advantage level. Like I have a 3-star. Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the first move, let's say you do a
That's-
speed rush. You do a speed rush, you lose a bar. The next one you do a spin, you lose a bar. The next one you do like a rip, you lose a bar. The next one you do a swim, now all your bars are gone. Well, if the offense is still in the field, you're gonna have a hard time getting in the backfield because now the offensive line has built a resistance to you. So that is something that I do like that's logical. But if you get in the zone, you have unlimited. Like someone like Von Miller, the Bosa brothers, Khalil Mack, Miles Garrett, once they get in the zone, and the Marcus Lawrence, good luck blocking them. If the AI has them, you better throw the ball because they're going to come get you.
I just need them to fix it from his last year, where it's like I felt like as at least on like Ultimate Team, sometimes even in franchise, if I was playing against a dude where his D lineman got in the zone, I knew even if I double team, man, that dude was breaking through within
Yeah.
a 2-second window.
He's coming in there. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That once they get in the zone, I still feel like the defensive linemen X factors are OP. They are super OP. And this year, lockdown corners are OP. I'm gonna call it right now.
Speaking of corners, I have to say it, bro. My biggest issue with Madden right now, it has been my biggest issue for the last 3 years, is that the interception animations are way too overpowered. It is more viable for you to go for a pick than it is to go for a swat. And everyone knows that in a majority of situations, when a DB is like trying to defend a receiver, they're going to have to try to swat the ball out because you're not going to moss Mike Evans. He's too big. His hands are too strong. And
100%.
Kenny could definitely fucking approve this. We're in the yard and Kenny chooses Julio Jones's like build, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's 1-on-1 with Tariq Cohen, and I throw a high pass to him, and Tariq Cohen with one hand jumps up and mosses him and runs it back. And I'm like, that makes no fucking
And
sense.
that happened
Tariq
twice.
Cohen is
That happened
5'7".
twice.
5'7". Kitty, when he chooses the Julio Jones prototype, he's 6'2", 6'3". He upgraded. He literally maxed out his catch in traffic the game before that and gets
No,
lost
that's
by
the thing.
Freak
That's the
forward.
thing. Julio, I switched arcs because Julio doesn't get catch in traffic. Julio gets
For some reason.
power like moves.
Running.
Like you can upgrade
power
his
running.
route running. You can upgrade his release. You can upgrade his like stiff arm and trucking, but you can't upgrade his speed. You can't upgrade his catch in traffic. What?
Like,
It's Julio Jones, but Mike Evans. You're telling me
Facts.
Mike Evans. I mean, I'm sorry, Mike Thomas. You're telling me Michael Thomas is the catch in traffic archetype? Get out of my face with that. Show me a highlight reel of Mike Thomas mossing people, please.
like
He has like one catch when he mossed somebody.
yeah, like we don't take nothing away from him. He's a great receiver, but he ain't Julio.
Hell yeah.
He's
a
not
possession-
Julio. Yeah,
He's a
he's
possession receiver.
yeah, exactly. He's a possession guy. He's going to move the chains. You can rely on him to make those catches, but Julio's going to break the game open. And
Hell yeah. I haven't played enough of the game to realize see this, but like, oh my gosh, like the SWAT animations are absolutely. I feel like they should flip it because like the interception animations are overpowered. The SWAT animations, they work sometimes, but a majority of the time they're broken. Like you will have like 90 overall guys swatting with the wrong arm. It is just like ridiculous. Like they won't jump for swats. You can get a jumping pick animation, and then you go for like a swat, and your guy won't even jump. He'll just like trip himself and throw a hand up, and then it'll just pop up and bold out of reach. It's like, well, if I would have went for the pick, he would at least dove for the damn thing, made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like what the it's like, oh my gosh.
In addition, tell me why over the past 3 years they have yet to make it even where the chances that a defender intercepts a tip ball is about 90%, 80 to 90%. If it falls near him. If an offensive receiver or tight end, whatever, the tip ball hits him in the hands, it's about 10%, not even, I would say 5% of the time, your receiver will catch that tip ball. Even if it hits their hands.
Oh my God, yeah.
Hold
on.
You probably had to hit multiple people's hands before on your team.
Big facts.
And it drops to the ground. They need to make it the same where I want my receiver to have the same chance to catch a tip ball that the defender does.
Yes. Speaking of defense, why is the strip sack not in the game? And if it is, how do you do it?
Did they take it?
I don't know. I've tried.
Like you can't attack the edge, and if you don't sack the quarterback, you know how Von Miller did Cam Newton. He just came in and just stripped the ball out.
Oh, well, they would just like stick the arm out and just try to hit their hand.
Yeah, and like knock the ball out.
Yeah,
you can't do that. Like I don't know how this is still not in the game.
You know what? Now that you brought that up, that would be great for the guys who have the strip specialist ability to get that animation, because without that, having strip specialists is virtually pointless because it doesn't really work. And so it's like I would rather have conservative tackler or something than strip specialist because it doesn't help.
And we try to strip the ball.
The D-line.
Yeah. And we try to strip the ball anyway, you're going to miss the tackle more than likely because you're trying to
That's what I was just going to say too, yeah.
Or get a penalty.
Exactly. Like, there's still a lot of football logic that should have been in the game as a foundation that they have yet to put in. That's why I'm not going to completely use COVID excuse for this game being the way it is, because they started working on this game, probably maybe around
as soon as the other one got finished.
Exactly. So you mean you got to put some of these, just simple football logics are just not in the game. Just annoying. We're at Madden 21. We should not be wanting to go back and play Madden 05 and 04 over 21.
And there was not even a significant game enhancing feature that they put out. It's minor tweaks,
Patch notes.
Have you guys I haven't even witnessed the new dude reaching for the pylon and the defenders break down tackling
a little bit.
I saw it. I have not seen it on my gameplay. I haven't
seen the breakdown tackling because I haven't paid that much attention. But I did notice that the computer tackles way better. In this game.
Oh my God! Yes, they're they
tackle way better.
It's like a vacuum and a blanket at the same time. You get sucked in. And they're gonna wrap around you, and it's a wrap. You're done. The only people I can actually have a chance of juking is Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey when he's in the zone. You have to get him in the zone first.
That jukebox.
Like his
Speaking
his his animations are sick, but you got to get him in the zone first. Other than that, all you got is Lamar Jackson. Everybody else, good luck.
Speaking of which, abilities, when they actually added to where you could actually change your abilities without having to go through a long fucking process, one thing I really need them to do is like I know escape artist is relatively overpowered, but it got nerfed. So you shouldn't have to be a 90 overall quarterback to get escape artist.
That is
Because like if
ridiculous.
you draft
Yeah,
a scrambling quarterback and like you're basically not going to be able to use him properly until you get him to 90 overall. And it's super annoying because last year I haven't played with enough quarterbacks this year to tell you, but like you feel stuck in the mud if you don't have escape
exactly.
artists.
Why
So
is
if
it?
you have fucking if you draft Jalen Hurts in the 6th round, you're like, all right, I want to develop this guy, even though he's 60 overall, and then he has to be 95 overall to get escape artist. Well, at that point, he can make all the throws, so there's really no point in having escape artist. So I
And
was like,
why is
even like
why is it that you need
with it,
escape artists to even move fluently in the backfield?
exactly like it should help, but it shouldn't like you
Yeah,
shouldn't need it.
It shouldn't be a
And
crutch
then
perk.
it shouldn't. Escape artists should be something to break out of a sack, or like to maybe
oh
like
yeah,
wiggle, like how Deshaun wiggles out of a sack. That's escape artist, not an ability to move faster behind the line of scrimmage. If you're a better athlete, you're a better athlete. You don't need, shouldn't have to have an extra trait to do that, and that
Exactly.
that pisses me off
big
so
facts.
much because didn't they add escape artists like later into the year last year? Because it wasn't in the,
Later,
it
it was
wasn't,
like it got popular
yeah, it
later in
wasn't
the
in
year
the
last
launch,
year.
was it? It wasn't in the launch of it, was it?
It was there. It's just like people didn't really use it because like how this year, you start out with the power up teams,
Uh huh.
and then eventually, like they got cards that could get escape artists, and everyone's like, oh shit, oh okay, we can sprint around, and then they pair it with dashing deadeye and guys would sprint backwards and lob a 80-yard post route.
To
You know,
Tariq
is
Hill, and then just that's it.
It's
yeah.
I
I think they need to flip some of these abilities because, like, like if you've seen the video, you probably saw it. Like, escape artist, you get at 90, but you can get pocket deadeye at 80 overall or even 75. I don't know the
exactly.
exact threshold. So if you get Josh Allen, all right, he's 79, he's almost an 80 overall. You get him a superstar dev trait and you upgrade him by 1. You can get pocket deadeye on him. So now you have 99 throw power and he gets perfect accuracy at any spot of the field from, if you're in the pocket. And then like they have pocket deadeye at 80, but then you can get like sideline deadeye at 85. Well, it's like if you have pocket deadeye, what the fuck sideline
Yeah.
deadeye for?
Exactly.
What the hell do I need these
It's an
other
extra
these long range deadeye?
selling
What do I
point.
need those for pocket deadeye? And I get all those no matter what.
And that's a good point. Do y'all think we need to be at a certain rating before you can even be qualified to be superstar X Factor? Because if you notice in Face of the Franchise, when we get drafted, we're like a 79 and we're a superstar X Factor. But there are players higher than us and they're not, or they might not even be a superstar player. Like, what is the
Well,
qualifications to be that?
well,
should it
I
be?
know, and I did my Rams fucking fantasy franchise there, and I actually drafted Josh Allen at quarterback. He is a normal dev trait quarterback in this game.
I thought he'd at least be a star.
No,
Yeah, it
he is
should
a
be a
normal
star.
dev.
Wow.
Like I don't understand
Right.
how what is your rating system? And then some
Exactly.
players
And
that you
then-
wouldn't even think would be stars or superstars are.
This is not something we'll know yet, but like last year, certain positions didn't get like they had the little dev trait scenarios to where if you do X amount of things,
yep.
you can increase their dev trait. Well,
Yeah.
quarterbacks didn't get it, tight ends didn't get it. I don't think quarterbacks, tight ends, damn sure kickers didn't fucking get it, punters didn't get it. And then there's no way linemen, like I don't know how they're gonna do it, but you have X amount of minds on it. You should figure it out. Linemen can't get any remotely close to getting the dev trait boost, which is absolutely borderline retarded. If you draft a lineman and he's a normal dev, you can get him to 99 overall, and he won't even get up to a star, whether if he's been to 18 Pro Bowls or not. And I think that's ridiculous, especially because quarterback, you could get a depth chart increase, but you'd have to win MVP. You'd have to be the passer rating leader plus this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, goddamn, like I don't want maybe I'm impatient, but if I go 3 games in a row, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns with Josh Allen or fucking Gardner Minshew, I want to at least have a chance to get him up to a star dev. Okay,
Yeah.
because you can literally have 70 yards and 2 touchdowns with a receiver, and then they'll be like, "Oh my God, he's a breakout! Get him 2 touchdowns this game. We'll give him a
Facts.
superstar."
Big fact.
I just threw for 500
100
yards back-to-back weeks. I was like, "What the heck?"
That's a big fact. Now, do y'all think what's overpowered from what y'all seen? Which X factors overpowered? Because to me, it's those D linemen
Oh,
and
I'm
those
getting
the
into
defensive
those.
X factors are completely
That's not-
overpowered.
Defensive, 100%. Any secondary that gets in the zone, I feel like they can
Right.
cover at least a third of the field on their own.
Oh, that's
And there's fear of you don't want to throw in this area is too big because
Right.
even if they're close to the
Yeah.
pass, I feel like they have an effect on the outcome.
There's a lot of forced fumbles too. If you've got like Bobby Wagner.
oh
Jamal
my God,
Adams.
that avalanche
It's like
X
an
factor.
instant fumble. Yeah.
Yes, I hate that. I hated that last year. Like,
I said that from day one. That was
yeah,
gonna be
yo, you didn't have to, like during James them, they didn't have to be in the zone. As soon as they hit stick you, you're fumbling. Like it's over.
Forcer, yeah.
Nobody fumbles like that much, and it shouldn't be that easy for the AI to just hit stick you. I don't care if you got avalanche or whatever the hell the trait is. You shouldn't just be able to just openly just bam in the open field.
Right.
You
I
can look.
understand that, but my biggest issue with Enforcer is I like it because only certain defenders have it. So I'm like, okay, it's Dorian James. Yes, he lands a lot of hit sticks. It's Jamal Adams. But my problem with Enforcer is that even when they're out of position, no matter what tackle animation they get, it counts as a hit stick. So there will be plays where I see Jamal Adams and I'll swerve around him and then he'll get an ankle tackle. But since he has Enforcer, it counts as a hit stick and my guy will fumble. And it's just what the hell? It's he didn't hit stick me. He just swiped my ankles from under me. That's what the hell?
It's like it's a cheap way to get them in the zone, and then just breaks the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember, but last year it was a huge problem when the game first came out, where the down hit stick caused a fumble almost every single time.
Exactly.
Every single time.
And then they nerfed it and made an ability out of it.
And then they nerfed it into oblivion to where now if you down hit stick, you're not getting a fumble
You
at all.
can't cause a fumble
At
all unless you have lumberjack, and then it gives you a fumble chance.
I tell you, a fumble chance. Yeah, exactly. You get a small.
I really think, it's just completely percentage based and not at all how the defender hits you. Because like I said before, I've speared people where my helmet hits the ball and he's just holding on to it he's super glued it to his glove.
Wow.
Or when you blow the dude up and he kind of goes flying and his arm goes out to the side and he's just holding on to the ball with one hand. Come on, bro.
Just palm it, bitch.
Yeah, the ball should fly a little bit out here. Give me the animation based on actual real life physics.
But overall, I've had at least playing the yard. The yard was a very positive experience. There were some moments where I was like, okay, this is a little ridiculous, but the yard, very positive. I like franchise, but the thing is, franchise mode is the same where one game, the game will be playing perfectly fine. And then the next, it will feel very scripted and stuff because I remember you guys probably seen it, but first franchise game, I throw 3 touchdowns with Mitchell Trubisky, 3 touchdowns with Nick Foles, perfectly fine. In the next game, Mitchell Trubisky throws 4 interceptions. Guys are jumping routes that they've I literally called in route the whole time. And then I'm like, all right, third down, let's throw an out route. Dude jumps the out route. And then I'm like, okay, we got a high pass to Jimmy Graham. Let's try a high pass to Terrell Vacated. He's 6'3". They have a 5'11" corner on him. Let's see what happens. Dude just jumps up. Receiver doesn't even get an animation. He just keeps running off and does a little give up animation. Dude just moves to our receiver. And I was like, okay, I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, if he would have went for a swat, I dare a 5'10" fucking corner to go for a pick on a 6'3", 6'4" receiver. I fucking dare you to do that in the NFL and see how quickly you get fucking chewed out by your position coach. What? Like,
Hold up
what
now.
the hell? Bro? I played
I used to do that in
like
high school. Hold up.
In high school, maybe yeah. Once you
yeah.
get to the
But
NFL, I don't want to
NFL
see that, man.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
you're
see
right.
that.
Look, yeah, like they make guys look stupid out there. Like that's just what it is. Like,
For
like
real.
I'm talking about, like, because it's crazy. Like people will press like the inter. I keep going back to the interceptions, but like the interceptions have gotten so crazy to even me to like where if somebody throws a pass, you press Y, and if you don't get an interception, you feel like you got cheated, no matter what the throw is.
That's kind of
That's how
true.
bad it's gotten. That is how bad it's gotten. People feel cheated if they don't get a pick. What's his name? Chris Harris. He's 5'9", 5'10".
Exactly.
All right. He's going to be your slot corner. Sometimes if you play with the Chargers, depending on how you do it, he might even be like your starting number one corner with Casey Hayward. I guarantee you, if somebody's using the Chargers and they play the Buccaneers, they will go for an interception on Mike Evans, and then they'll feel like they got cheated if Mike Evans catches it. Or even if they go for the interception animation and they drop it, they will definitely feel cheated if they drop the interception.
Disregarding
you go
that.
against Julio, and you're gonna go for a pick against freaking Julio, and
Right.
you're gonna feel cheated if you don't get it. You could have Chris Harris on a fucking tight end. Fucking
Travis
the Chargers
Kelce.
have a 6'8" tight end, Donald Parham. I wanted to trade for him, but fucking chose the goddamn Chargers. Donald Parham, 6'8". I dare you go in fucking our franchise and try to throw a couple high passes to Donald Parham. I guarantee you he'll probably get mossed at least 2 or 3 times. He might catch it once. That's how ridiculous the pick animations are. You can have a 6'8" guy and get mossed by a goddamn safety.
Right.
It's because the SWAT animations are absolute trash. They're
Exactly.
glitchy.
They
They
flip
don't
that.
work. They half the time your corner misses the ball completely.
Yes.
So why would I go for a SWAT when I know that
They
there's a
need to
good
make it more
chance
viable.
I'm probably going to get fluffed? When I could go for the interception when I know there's a
They
good
get
chance I'll get
crazy.
rewarded.
Animations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I think they should flip that. Like, I mean, of course, if you're using Richard Sherman, like if Richard Sherman gets the interception animations we've been getting from the last 3 years, I would understand. Richard Sherman's 6'3".
He's a big corner.
6 foot. Yeah, exactly. But for Chris Harris, fucking, I don't know any other short safeties. Chris Harris,
Tyron Matthews, like 5'8".
Yep.
Agreed.
For those guys to like go up against tight ends and moss them consistently, like if it's like once, every game or 3, not once every game or 3. If it's like once per season, twice per season, they'll go up, make a play on like a slightly underthrown ball. I understand that. But if I can throw a high pass and still get intercepted, if I can lob the ball and still get intercepted, like the DBs high point the ball better than receivers do in the last 2-3 games. Like it is crazy.
And
And they don't even have abilities for that.
If we're talking about animations, I don't ever want to see a little 5'10", 5'11" cornerback on a 1-on-1 tackle against my 6'4" tight end, just absolutely wrap this dude up and pile drive him into the ground. I'm tired of seeing that. I want to see that man on his back looking up at the stars.
Because they have cut sticks. So like I have never seen a little like a safety go up to George Kittle, go up to Gronk, the big tight ends, Travis Kelce, and try to square them up and tackle them without help.
Yeah.
They always go for them knees. They go for them ankles.
They're throw their whole body into the tackle.
Yeah. So you can even hit stick tight ends with shorter guys. Like,
yeah, man.
I always go for
especially if I'm in a
against
truck.
tight ends.
Especially if I'm in a truck. I want to see that man run the fluff over.
Exactly.
Y'all right. All right, so we could have put an hour, y'all. So I think that was a good decision. We got to do
An hour?
often. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I know, right? We got to do this more
Yeah,
often.
50 to get out.
We got to
cut it up.
We got to do this more. We got to think of a name for like this like podcast like format. But before we
we'll do like a patch podcast every time there's a patch.
Yes, definitely. So we definitely got to do one next week because it's gonna be a
when
day
the
more
game
patch.
comes out.
Definitely.
Do you want to do final remarks? quick, like 1 minute statement from everybody how they feel about the game.
Sure.
Anything you want to see
Here's
changed real quick?
here's my final remarks. Face of franchise's ass. Face of franchise's ass. And last but not least, face of franchise's ass.
All right, so don't play Face of the franchise.
What about you, Joe?
I'm gonna give mine, and then I got a dip. But I just in line with the fact that Face of the Franchise is fucked up. You need to fix the difficulty stuff. You need to actually pay attention to what the fans want, not trying to overplay it into some grandiose piece of media content that nobody wants to sit through. You should be able to actually play through your college games. You should actually be able to track your draft stock and all that shit instead of just getting drafted by the Bears at the 10th overall pick, like everybody is doing, and then rushing for 450 yards in your first career NFL game. It is too unrealistic. It's
and make
too
the
much,
Lamar Jackson feel actual speedy. Fuck.
like they need to stop making it for new users to enjoy. They need to prioritize the people that actually play and enjoy the game, and not fucking the people over who have spent the money on the game every single year. Let's focus on those people instead of some 10-year-old little dipshit that says, "Mom, I want to play this game so I can be in the NFL."
Yeah.
Speak your truth, Joe.
100% agree. 100%.
Preach, brother.
I gotta dip,
crazy
but it was good
because
talking
that's
to
what
you
they.
guys.
All right, man. We'll hit
All
you
right,
up later.
have a good night, bro.
Have a good one, man.
But
Thanks for your time.
him talking about the little dipshit that just wants to like be in the NFL. That's the reason why they added arcade mode. So they should have let you guys choose to play on similar competitive, which the difficulty instead of just throwing you in rookie arcade.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This brings up a good topic we can talk about next week. So, and I'll let you guys know. But I'll say it once I stop the recording. But Foxboy, you want to give your final thoughts, you and Ken, real quick?
Right. My final thoughts. So far in the game, I think the yard is definitely worth a play. I think the gameplay has improved. It's a slight improvement, but any progress is better than no progress. If you are not sold on the yard, you probably shouldn't buy this game because that's literally the only thing that's different. Even though, like, I highly recommend the yard, it's real fun. But if you're just gonna stick to franchise, the only thing different in franchise is the new abilities. There's literally nothing else. So I think the game is good, but $60 good, $70 good.
Hell no.
I paid 80,
Not at the
motherfucker.
moment. If you're not buying the game for content, then you shouldn't buy the game. You should just stick to Madden 20, wait for Black Friday, and then cop the game. I mean, because you're not going to notice a difference if you're not going to play the yard.
Pay $80. Get that refund. All right, King, your final thoughts.
Here's what I gotta say. Compared to Madden 20, the game feels buttery smooth. I like how the game, like the way the player movement is way more refined. The change of direction has made it so, like you said before, Foxboy, you can't cover the whole field no more. You got to commit to a receiver. I also like the skill stick. I feel like that's gonna add a little bit of a skill gap. People who get good at the stick skills are gonna break some ankles, right?
Till they nerf it.
Until they nerf it, yeah. But I also feel like the D-line thing kind of takes away a skill gap. Yeah, you can play the D-line now, but I feel like it's just flick right stick, flick right stick, flick down if you got a good dude.
Basically,
like, I don't feel like they really put a lot of time, effort, and intelligence into the actual mechanics of it. Yeah, like face of franchise ass. But and the yard is fun. I think that's
Oh man, well, yeah, this was
the yard is definitely a great
franchise.
This was fun, fellas. This was fun.
Yes, it was. Yes,
everybody that comes through and listens, we gonna all post this on all our channels. So if you want to hear all of us talk this long on different channels, by all means, knock yourself out, motherfucker. But I'm gonna end the video here. Thank y'all for listening. We holler at y'all later. Peace.